Hi, my name is Kat, or the Fairy Librarian, and welcome to a new reading vlog. It is Monday evening now, and I wanted to start the vlog. I'm not sure what I want to read this week. Like, I don't know yet. All I know is that right now I'm about to start Pompeii by Robert Harris. This is the author who also wrote the Kikuro trilogy, which starts with Imperium. And I freaking love that series so much. I read it twice in like less than a little over a year time. I read it twice, so that's an indication of how much I like that trilogy. And so, yeah, I'm gonna try this other book by him. It's also historical Roman, but set in Pompeii, as the title may suggest, around the time of the eruption of the Vesuvius, because of course. And I'm so excited. I hope it's gonna be similar to Imperium and is gonna be just as fast paced as that trilogy. And I'm gonna love it. And I hope that Imperium really brought Rome to life. And I felt like I was there with the characters, and I hope that this is going to do that as well. And it's going to be so good, and I'm going to love it. I'm reading this with a bunch of people on Alan's Discord from the Library of Alexandria. And he was going to join us as well, he said. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get started with this, which I'm gonna do now. So I don't know how long this book will take me. Like if I'm gonna read something else this week, and what that would be. But yeah, we're gonna start with this, and then we'll see. So I'll talk to you when I've read a bit. Hi, it is Friday, and I'm here to give you an update. So I've been reading Pompeii by Robert Harris, and I'm really liking this. This book is divided into 3 or 4 days, and I have reached the end of the first day. And so we follow basically an engineer, the Aquarius of the Aqua Augusta, which is an aqueduct that brings water to a bunch of cities that are near Pompeii, like in the area of Pompeii. And there are problems with the aqueduct, like a few different ones. And so he now has to go and solve them, which takes him to the city of Pompeii. I am this far, by the way. So yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking being back with Robert Harris's writing. He just brings ancient Rome, or the ancient Roman world, to life, and I can see everything that is happening so clearly, and it's so evocative and alive, and that's what I really like about his books. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I Yeah, I liked it. There is some power play in it, like the other books that I read by him were the Kikuro trilogy, which is about this politician and this guy in power. But here we have just this random engineer who works on an aqueduct, who doesn't have a lot of power, and so wealthier people, we get a very different view on them than we did in the other series, which is very interesting. Also, yeah, and also the Kikuro trilogy was written from the perspective of Tiro, who was one of Kikuro's slaves. It was his secretary, and so we get the perspective of this slave of this man, but they were also just really good friends, which is a thing that we actually is not uncommon in ancient Rome. But that doesn't mean that, that doesn't mean that the darker sides of slavery do not exist. Like, not that even if you're like having a pretty good bond, slavery is okay. Like, it never is, of course, but just like the more darker cases where people are abusing the power that they have in a much more evil way than we get to see in the other series. And both types definitely did exist. And I think that it's really interesting that the person responsible for this, again, evil, like that's the only word I can think of, treatment of the slaves, started out as one. He used to be a slave of this person and then was set free. And the commentary of like, those are often the most cruel masters, which I think is very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm excited to get to Pompeii. So yeah, that is this. I'll read a little bit more every weekend. I'll try to update after every day. I'm not sure how long the next one is going to be, but I'll try to update after the next day as well. But I'm also kind of in the mood to start another book. It's a book that I have had checked out from the library for quite a while now, and you know, like I'm really feeling it right now, and that is Wyrd Sisters by Terry Pratchett, the sixth book in the Discworld series. The second Witches book is the next one that I have to read because I'm going in publication order. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. I really liked the Discworld book so far, so we'll see how it goes. I'm actually really excited for this right now. So I'll probably start this during the weekend. So I'll also update you on that. It won't take me too long because it's a relatively short book, and also the school books never really take me that long to read. So yeah, so those are 2 books that I'm reading, and that I'm entering the weekend with. So yeah, that's everything. I'll talk to you later. Bye. So, you want to know how terrible I am at vlogging? It's already Wednesday. I haven't updated you because I wanted to read more of Pompeii before updating you. And that didn't happen. But let's update you on Pompeii. I have read a little bit more like today and yesterday evening. I'm now this far in. I'm at Hora Quinta of the second day. So it's like 11 o'clock of 11 a.m. On the second day. I've just arrived at Pompeii. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I really like the setup where we're following this engineer with his aqueduct, trying to, fix the problem. I think that's a very fun plot to follow, and how we're like trying to investigate what happened with the aqueduct, and we're also sort of as a subplot trying to investigate what happens to the previous engineer, because he seemingly just disappeared for no reason and we don't know why. So yeah, I'm really liking the plot of that. I already mentioned that the writing is very evocative and just brings everything to life, and I can just see everything right in front of me, which is always fun. And the pacing is very, it's going, like it's not, it's very tight, which I think a story like this needs. I don't always love super fast pacing, but I think that this story, the fast pacing really, really works. And also with Robert Harris writing, the fast pace really, really works. So I am loving this. This is fantastic. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna end for this video. Because this weekend I did not read a lot of Pompeii. I actually started another book. I said that I would maybe start Wyrd Sisters, but that is not what I started. I started The Bandit Queens by Parini Shroff. And this was just, I was in a train, and normally, like on Sundays, I take the train on my own, but on Fridays, I usually have a friend with me, so I just talk to that friend and I don't read. But now, like, this friend unexpectedly had some errand to run, and so he was like, you go already, and then if I make it in time to catch a train, and I'll just ask where on a train you are, and I'll come join you, and if not, I'll just take the next one. So it happened, but he missed that train, and so I was on my own, and so I needed a book to keep me company. I didn't have Wyrd Sisters with me because I wasn't counting on the fact that I would be alone. So I got my e-reader, which I always have on me, and started an ebook. And so I started The Bandit Queens, which is a buddy read for the Evil Minds Research Group, something along those lines. It's a book club run on Discord. This is the first month that the book club exists, and so this is the first pick. I'm really liking this. So it is set in India, in this town where you have these women who take out loans to, like maybe start a business, get a job, whatever. But they're group loans, and the book opens with a meeting of the loan group where they have to pay back a certain amount on that day, but one of them isn't present. And so we find out that the reason that she isn't present, and it hasn't been the first time that she wasn't able to pay, is because her husband is quite abusive and addicted to alcohol, and just takes all her money to buy alcohol with it, and beats her and whatever. So our main character, Geeta, she used to have a husband who who's also abusive, also had an alcohol problem. And but suddenly at one day the husband disappeared. And so at first people thought that he just left, but then he never came to collect his stuff. So then people started thinking that Gita murdered him, and she didn't really go against it because, it actually turned out convenient in a few ways that these people thought that she killed her husband. But so now this woman who was at the meeting comes to her and says, "Hey, you want to help me kill my husband, please?" So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm really invested, actually. I Yeah, I want to keep reading. Like, the only reason I've only read 20% of this is that I didn't want to read more before I've updated you. And I didn't want to update you before I read more of Pompeii, so I had to read more of Pompeii, which was also really annoying, so it wasn't that bad before I could read more of this, So, I'm 20% in, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I really don't think this will take me very long to finish, because it's really, really good. Yeah, it's just fun. It's not really a thriller. Like, it doesn't read like a thriller, which I don't mind, just saying that. It's not a criticism. This one just does read more like a thriller, but not like full on. And they're both a bit atypical thrillers, I should say. It doesn't really read like a thriller, despite what the premise may suggest. It's more like just a contemporary story that happens to involve murdering husbands. Because why not? I think it's really funny that, like, she, like, doesn't really know how to murder people, but she's, like, trying to. Like, when this woman asks her help, she's like, "I need your expertise," and then Gita kind of pretends that she knows what she's doing, but she doesn't, which I think is really funny. I'm also enjoying some of the cultural things in it. Like, I don't know everything, but I've learned a few cultural things from India with this book, which is always fun. We also got flashbacks in this to Gita and her husband, and, like, the beginning of their marriage relationship, because it was an arranged marriage, and how it started, and just the red flags that you as a reader can see, but Gita, as, like, younger Gita, can't. So yeah, it's very interesting, very good. I'm really invested. So yeah, I'm gonna read more of these because I'm really enjoying both of them. But that'll probably be next vlog, because this is gonna be the end of this vlog. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you read in the past week. And I hope to see you again in the video. Ugh. Bye. My hair was attacking me. Bye.